going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey fucking Pipes. Tuesday, the 26th of August, 2025. It is 10 minutes to 8 here in the great communist state of New York. And I am heading to my first service call. I was off on Friday and also yesterday. I was blessed to attend a very close friend's wedding on Sunday evening, so I made a little weekend out of it. Visited my in-laws down in South Florida, and I also made some moves, and I'm going to fill you in with a little bit of those details right now. A lot of you follow me quite religiously, and I'm blessed. Thank you guys. I really appreciate the unconditional support from the vast majority of you guys and gals. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Most of you have witnessed the journey to take the business model and the policies and procedures that I follow here in New York and bring them to other locations elsewhere in the United States by getting licensed in first South Carolina as a residential HVAC contractor, then as a commercial mechanical licensed master plumber, also in South Carolina, which allows you to also do residential at the same time under the same license. You guys witnessed how I tried to team up with someone down there. It didn't work as planned. It's all good. And then trying to open a location in Charleston. But unless you're there, and unless you have a strong digital media presence, it's kind of like impossible. It really is. If you're not there, if you don't have a strong media presence, digital media presence, it's impossible. It really is. It's impossible to get the phone to ring. And believe it or not, now, almost 3 years later, I am consistently seeing the phone ring for Charleston, South Carolina, between 2 to 4 times a day. Yep. 3 years later, I am seeing incoming calls between 2 to 4 times a day. And they're literally legitimate phone calls. I'm hearing them call in. Everything's digitally recorded. And, they want to schedule a plumbing service call or an HVAC service call. Very rarely are they pressing 0 for the main office. So I may need to do something with that in the near future because I hate to disappoint people, but we are getting some traction down there finally in Charleston. But I'm not there. I don't have any boots on the ground there. But if you're listening to me and you're in Charleston, South Carolina area, all right, we can work out a deal. I'll give you the leads. You run the service calls as long as you meet certain expectations and are professional and blah, blah, blah. We can have a conversation. So if you're in Charleston, hit me up, Mike at MikeyPipes.com. We can have a conversation. Let's see how we can help each other out and put a few extra shekel in your pocket, a few extra bucks in your pocket. I'm very generous. Those who have worked with me in the past and those that are currently working with me know that I am generally generous. I am. I'm not patting myself in the back or toot my own horn, but I am generous, as much as many of you think that I'm a cheap fucking Jew. That's wrong. I am cheap, and I am a Jew, but I do believe in taking care of those who do the right thing. All right. So, we have South Carolina covered. Then I went into Florida. All right? I took my Air B license exam. I passed that. I took business and finance law, passed that as well. I did very well on my AirB exam, over 85%. And the business and finance law, I think it was 81%. And the questions on the business and finance law exam, oh man, my accountant got most of these wrong. I gave him a sample test. So we got licensed as an AirB, which means I can work up to like 20 or 25 tons. I think I'm gonna go for Air A. Then, while preparing to take my master plumber's exam in Florida, I hosted a meet and greet one evening in Orlando. I met a certain individual who I'm not going to mention his name, and needed a helping hand. That didn't work out as planned. And so now I have my master plumber's license in Florida, and my AirB license in Florida. And I have a renewed motivation. I'm just so motivated right now, where Palm Beach is where I need to be. Palm Beach County, between Jupiter and Fort Lauderdale, that area, Palm Beach County, man, and listen, it's a lot of retirees, but we have a lot of individuals who just want a good job done at a fair price. In Orlando, which I believe is a cesspool of the earth, you have people who are house rich and cash poor, and they don't give a fuck. They really don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care even what it looks like. They just want their air to work, and they want the cocky to go down the toilet bowl when they flush the toilet. They don't give a shit. They really don't. So folks, I am working on my digital media presence in Palm Beach County. I'm working on my digital media presence in Palm Beach County. I already secured a nice phone number, which is 561-200-9500. That's the phone number. We have a website that's being developed, palmbeachhvacservices.com. Developing the website. I'm developing my Google business profile, and I am going to prepare myself to personally run calls there when I'm down there. Yep, that's the move to make. Because ideally, and I'm going to end with this, and I think a lot of you would tend to agree. Ideally, I would like to run 1 or 2 service calls a day in the morning, right? Replace a capacitor, clean a condenser, record content, right? Feed you guys, because I know you guys are hungry, right? And be all right. And then by 12, 1 o'clock, I'm relaxing by the pool. Just keeping it real, folks. It's good to have nice dreams and ambitions, right? I have some requirements, though. I have to be in a gated community, maybe even behind the second gate in that gated community, right? A golf course within the confines of this community. And I don't play golf, but I'm going to learn. I need a golf cart. I'm going to pimp it out. And I need there to be a clubhouse on site where I can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And a nice pool. There'd be a nice pool in my backyard, or a community pool, or both. Those are my requirements. It's got to be near a Chabad. You saw that, right? So those are my requirements. And if any of you who are listening are in the HVAC trade, let's have a conversation, all right? If you're a homeowner or a property owner or property manager in Palm Beach County, let's have a conversation. I will personally take care of you. And I'm not talking about giving you a reach around with lube. No, I will personally take care of you. And I think we can continue our journey in making the trades great again. And you know what? There is also a very large economic divide in Palm Beach County. And I really I know that with the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization, my IRS 501c3 charity, where we provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, cooling services to those in the community who can't afford to hire a professional, I think that we could really make a significant difference in people's lives down in Florida. We really can. And just like on Thursday of this week, we are replacing an ancient and decrepit train R22 system in Spotsylvania, Virginia. Right? It's going to be epic. A contractor in Virginia is donating their time. That's pretty epic, folks. But imagine the mountains that we can move across that economic divide in Florida. Thanks for letting me rant and rave. Stick around for details. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification bell, because I am going to fully document Mikey Pipes Palm Beach on YouTube on how knock on wood. Oh, I'm knocking my own head. Knock on wood. And on how we are going to establish a brand new business in Palm Beach County, Florida. Can't wait, folks. And I can't wait to share the experience with all of you. You know what they say, at first you don't succeed. Oh, damn, I'm gonna fucking die trying. Thanks for watching, guys and gals. I'll catch you in the next one. Be well, God bless, stay safe.